Okay, this one is called I'm Fragile. Keep in mind, English is not my first language, so if I'm saying something funny or mispronounced, don't judge me. Okay? I'm fragile, for in my early years I was nestled. In my native country, I was rooted in actions so embracing yet unforgiving. In the moment, beautiful, long term, so damaging. I am fragile, for in my native soil sits all of my family. The kisses, the hugs, the smiles, the cheers, the claps, all of the affection, all of the protection, all of the details that make you feel embraced, inspired, and sometimes dependent and craving. I am fragile, for I went to a non Catholic all girls school. I was taught about God and instilled kindness and empathy. I was taught to give without expecting, to fulfill without regretting. I was one being who truly engraved that religious seed. I engraved it to the extent of its sense, so much that it can be nonsense. That sounds great, but you see, for a young believer, it can easily be a double edged weapon. In my lonely journey, I think I overdid it. I'm fragile, for my mother was 11 years younger than my father. I was birthed into partners whose destiny filled with uncertainty, troubles, and many tears allowed their selfish egos to change our destiny. To an entire different country, one night, my mother, angry and clouded, took flee. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel pity. I'm simply exploring the fundamentals, those that shaped me through all of my core sensitive upbringings. You know, the ones that make you unique, the ones that give your friends and family the key to understanding your needs, your triggers, your strengths, your fears. Here I've been in Wisconsin since I was 3. Today, I still stand here at the age of 31. I can't deny to all of you that something inside me stumbles with a feeling equally part of happiness, anger, emptiness, and high unsatisfaction. All of my life, I've lived holidays without the warmth of my family ties. All I knew was my mother's tears, her fears, her rage, her anger, her loneliness. To her luck, she met men who beat on her, humiliated her, used her, abused her. Since I was 5, I remember jumping on different men's back, going all Tyson, biting ears with all my might. I used to pray day and night. I begged for my dad, for a cousin, for an aunt, anyone who would come and bring us back. I wondered why. Why are we here? And why can't we go back? As I grew, something inside me was born, a protector, a nurturer, a mad being filled with anger, yet with the desire to give love and protection. I held my mother's back. I was the glue to her broken emotions, the words to her silence. I was the hope through her void and her purging rain that washed away all of her pains. You see, I didn't really have a mother. I was stuck with a young lady trapped in a woman's body who was filled with uncertainties, insecurities, needs, and anxiety. Confusion. My mother never had someone to show her the ways of motherhood, the ways of life, the ways of sisterhood, let alone motherhood, the ways of motherhood. I'm fragile, for I've always had to be the strong one, the calm one, the hardworking one, the understanding one, the let me swallow my anger one, the let me set aside my pride and go get this grind and do anything to help my mom to go get another dime and try to put my needs aside. I've always been this way, always pleasing others. It's sad, really. Just today, I've come to realize that my biggest fuck up has always been being there for you without you being there for me. I'm fragile, for my first job was when I was 11, paid under the table, tolerating drunks, angry people, long shifts, feeling like I would do anything to help my mom become more economically stable. And with love, I've always had what I desired. I've always spoke my heart and mind. I've always tried to be calm and peaceful. But little by little, I learned I need something more, something sustainable, something reciprocal. I'm fragile, yes, I am. for I want to be taken care of. I want to be held in the arms of a man who not only hears me as I weep, but feels my tears heavy and cold as they pierce through his heartbeat. I am fragile. I want to be caressed. I want to be kissed. I want to be listened to. I want to be protected. I'm fragile, for I desire the heat of a passionate lover who treats me like a rose but burns my body with his lust. I am fragile, for I've cried for many years too long and I have felt found and I have felt lost. I've lived and I died, but today I want to be reborn. I am fragile, for I want to be nurtured and held by my hand as we grow together, face our biggest fears together, and we pour into our soulful vessels together. I am fragile. I've lived too long being selfless. I want to be chosen. I want to be loved. I want to be able to finally be myself and be loved as I am. A fragile woman who's had to mask her vulnerability with strength and resilience and patience overall. I'm tired of being resilient. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being the one people depend on. I'm sick of it. I want to live my soft era, girl, because I'm fragile. That's who I am. I'm fragile.